Joining me now is Senate Majority Leader Kalani English, who helped introduce the bill. So thank you so much for being here with us, Senator.
Thank you.
Now, is there a big demand for recreational marijuana here in Hawaii?
Well, yes, of course. I mean, there's people all over the state that use marijuana illegally, and a lot of people that have medical cards to use it legally. What we're trying to do is follow a number of other states that have legalized it and then controlled it and then taxed it.
Well, what about the federal law? Because you do have the federal law, which says that it's still a controlled substance. So how does that work in the workplace, for example?
Yeah, so Hawaii, we have this history of being the first on an issue and then really the last to put in some legislation to do it. We're at the tipping point. Most of the states in the union have some form of legal marijuana. Their members in Congress have been staunch to protect those rights. A lot of the Republican senators from Arizona and those other states are protecting their state's right to regulate marijuana. So, we're hoping that the federal government will move it off of the schedule that it's on now and eventually decriminalize it as well.
Okay. Now, what about juveniles? How do you keep it out of the hands of kids?
It's very similar to alcohol, right? We legalize, control, and then tax. So the control is very important. What I understand the committee did today was said that only the legal dispensaries will be able to sell marijuana. So basically, it's in my view, it's creating an oligarchy, allowing 8 companies to control legal marijuana. But it's moving the issue forward, and it's creating the discussion that we need. So we're at the very beginning of the session, and hopefully this will evolve as it goes through.
And this has actually come up in the past.
Yes, absolutely. I've introduced the bill for probably the last 15 years.
Wow.
And it's time. It's like we did with the end of Prohibition when alcohol was legalized in America. The same process that we're going through today with marijuana.
Okay. So the police department as well as the DOT, they're against this. What about people who've been arrested in the past for a detrimental drug? Is that going to be wiped off their record?
It depends what the detrimental drug was. If the detrimental drug was marijuana, and it depends what it is, we'll have to look at the laws. And some states that have legalized marijuana have gone back and then said everyone, their records are cleared. They've let their people out of prison that have been arrested for certain amounts of marijuana. So it could be that would be the way we would go. We have enough states that have legalized marijuana that we have a pathway to follow, and we know what's working and what's not working. So we hope to follow that and legalize marijuana, highly control it, and of course tax it.
Speaking of which, any idea how much money would come in to our state?
Well, so the numbers are 15%. I mean, we don't know what the legal sales will be, so they just passed it this afternoon. We haven't done the math to figure out the numbers. I'm hoping it's a high number. The way the bill is crafted now, the way the changes have been done, again, you'll only have 8 dispensaries that can legally sell marijuana, so it's whatever they can produce.
Okay, so next, is it Ways and Means?
Right now, currently goes to Ways and Means, and we'll see because of the changes today, it may go to other committees.
All right, thank you so much, Senator
you.
Kalani English. Back to you, Bridget.